Hi, I'm Jeremy with MoldStar Remediation, and I'm a certified microbial consultant. You can find me on the web at moldstarremediation.com. You can also call me at 404-989-9981. Today I would like to talk with you about a question I'm often asked, which is how do professionals test for mold? This would depend on what you're trying to find out. Most people want to know if the air is contaminated. Knowing if the air is contaminated will tell you what you are breathing and help establish a cleaning plan if one's needed. When the air is contaminated, the spores that are in the air will eventually land on surfaces such as walls, ceilings, floors, and personal contents. When the air is contaminated, there's going to be non-visible mold contaminants on every surface in the room that need to be removed. Professional mold inspectors use a spore trap air pump such as this one right here to collect an air sample. The air pump cycles 75 liters of air in the room through the spore trap, and it impacts onto a sticky solution that's inside this spore trap here. The spore trap is then opened in the lab and analyzed under a microscope. The lab will produce a report that will detail the genus types and quantities of mold spores that are in the air. A professional mold inspector will then review the report and estimate the quantities and genus types of mold spores that originate from indoor mold growth and can then offer advice and recommendations. One of the limitations of a spore trap air sample is that it only identifies the genus type of mold spores in the air. Each genus type of mold has a number of different species. For example, Aspergillus is a common type of mold that grows indoors. It has about 200 different species. If you want to know what species of molds are present in your home and if you're being exposed to toxic mold, a dust analysis can be a useful test. We collect a sample of dust from carpets. The mold spores present in the dust are grown in the lab to determine both genus and species of molds present in the dust in the home. It's a good test in determining if toxic molds are present in your home, since it identifies the mold spores down to the species level. The theory is that the mold spores present in the dust in your home were at one time airborne and occupants are breathing them. You can compare the dust analysis results to air sample results and estimate the species of mold spores present that you're breathing. Swab samples can be another testing method. Swabs are useful in identifying the type of mold that is being swabbed. One of the limitations of a swab is that one swab provides information for 1 square inch that's being swabbed. Sometimes swabs can be useful if you need to prove if mold is present on a surface, such as for a court case, an insurance claim, or during clearance testing to make sure there's no mold present. If you want to know what you're breathing or need a mold remediation, call MoldStar Remediation for all your mold remediation needs. Thank you.